Hey everyone, today I'm going to be ranking all 2022 releases that I saw. I saw 29 films from 2022 and I'm just going to rank them from worst to best. And this is just my opinion, it's not the correct opinion, it's just a opinion. And that's okay, so let's just get into it. Number 29 on my list, Jeepers Creepers Reborn. Fuck this movie. Number 28 on my list, Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Fuck this movie again. Number 27, Firestarter. John Carpenter's score is the only speck of light in this lifeless, dull, and excruciatingly boring piece of dog shit. Number 26, Halloween Ends. Takes some bizarre swings that could be commendable if it was in any other movie, but not in the final film of a franchise that completely disregards everything that comes before. Number 25 on my list, Bullet Train. Brad Pitt and Aaron Taylor-Johnson are excellent in this movie, and it is, on the outset, a really fun time, and it is that for the first hour. The problem is that there is another hour of this film, and this film is just super chaotic, yet extremely dull and uninteresting, and I completely forgot that I watched it as soon as it ended. Number 24, Fall. This movie's too long, the acting is atrocious, and it has one of the stupidest twists I've ever seen in a movie. But I gotta be honest, it has some tense moments and it is kind of fun. Number 23 is Mr. Harrigan's Phone. This movie achieves what it sets out to achieve. The problem is that it sets out to achieve pretty much nothing, but at least it's enjoyable. Number 22, Everything Everywhere All at Once. Completely wild and insane. Part 1 admittedly had me really hooked, but as the film went on and got into parts 2 and 3, the less I bought into its crazy concept, and I got really sick of its stupid shit. Fucking sausage fingers, giant evil bagels, rocks with googly eyes, fucking raccoonie instead of ratatouille. I was just over it, and for the last 40 minutes of this film, I was just sitting there rolling my eyes at just how stupid it was, and I didn't really like it that much. Number 21, The Menu. Julian Slowik is instantly iconic as this great villain and is easily the best part of the movie. The Menu has a few shocks and surprises, but the problem for me is it's all pretty surface level and nothing really all that spectacular. It's a fun time, but nothing more than that. Number 20, Scream 5. A solid, if relatively unremarkable entry into a really good franchise. Number 19, Barbarian. The less you know going into this one, the better. And I loved the opening act of this thing. And I really do appreciate the way it takes some hard lefts with its directions that it goes in the second and third acts. The problem for me is how that was executed, as I didn't really like where it went that much. But I appreciate the effort and the attempt, and I would love to see more movies like this, but just was a little bit lukewarm on the end result of Barbarian. Number 18, Smile. Unoriginal and quite derivative of some other movies, and quite predictable as well, but I think it's still quite scary and well acted. It's not going to blow your mind, but for a movie that's sole purpose is to try and creep you out a little bit, I think it achieves it. Number 17, Skinamarink. If you are in the right moment, if you are just late at night, the house is quiet, no lights, it's dark, you will probably get sucked into this one, and it is shit scary. I struggled to watch this one, and I really appreciate it. Fuck, this movie was creepy. Number 16, X. A really fun throwback to the 70s and 80s dirty, grimy slashers. It has great kills, an excellent soundtrack, great atmosphere, and really quite interesting and compelling characters, both in the protagonists and the antagonists. Number 15, The Whale. This is a film that, since seeing it, it's really grown on me, and I do enjoy it quite a lot. I think it's got a few flaws here and there, but this movie is just excellently acted, and it's a really powerful story about forgiveness and righting the wrongs of our past. I really enjoyed The Whale. Number 14, the Hellraiser remake. One of the most underrated movies of the year, I think. This movie puts the Cenobites and the carnage in the forefront. This has some great kills and a protagonist that I actually find quite interesting. Number 13, Elvis. A long but never dull look on Elvis Presley's life with an excellent lead performance by Austin Butler. This movie is a really good and respectful look on his life, and also one of the most kind of extraordinary films of the year, just in the way it's so spastically edited. Number 12, Tar. Immediately engrossing. It has a great performance by Cate Blanchett and a really compelling and interesting story. Tar is just excellent. But then the last 30 minutes of this thing happens, and it boosted from, solid movie to one of the best of the year. Number 11, Megan, or M3gan, whatever you want to call it. A really stupid concept, but it is perfectly aware of that. Megan could have been a little bit more gory, but for what we got about a movie about a killer AI doll, it's just about everything you could ask for. This movie is a blast. Number 10, Bodies, Bodies, Bodies. Wildly funny, endlessly entertaining, and paced like a bullet, this is a near perfect whodunit horror comedy. 9, Hellbender. Small production, but perfectly ambitious. Hellbender is a crazy, gory film that you can feel the passion for film just seeping through. I absolutely love this one. Number 8, The Northman. Maybe a bit too long, but this gory, bloody, and excellently shot film may even outdo both The Witch and The Lighthouse, and I loved both of those movies, so that is saying something. Number 7, Orphan First Kill. This movie takes a massive turn halfway through and dodges the problems that most prequels have by being too predictable. This one takes a turn for the wacky, and it is perfectly aware of that, and it just delivers an absolutely hilarious prequel film to the iconic classic. Number 6, Nope. A film that I admittedly hated on first viewing but have come to love it on rewatches. Nope is crazily ambitious, absolutely terrifying, immaculately shot, and endlessly dissectable. This is one of the most original and wild blockbusters in years. Number 5, Terrifier 2. A 2 hour and 20 minute movie that is never boring due to its outstanding gore, excellent character work, and an actual kind of reasonable attempt at a story. This is just an insane improvement over the original. Number 4, The Black Phone. This is one of the best character-driven stories I've ever seen. It makes excellent use of its small town setting and its isolated filming location, and it has an outstanding performance by Ethan Hawke as the grabber. This is just one of the most uplifting and satisfying movies that I've ever seen. Number 3, The Banshees of Inisherin. This can be enjoyed as an incredibly well done allegory to the Irish Civil War, or just a sad comedy drama film. This movie is the most brilliantly shot movie of the year in my opinion. This has a soothing score that is perfectly eerie and isolating, and just outstanding performances from everyone across the board. This movie is just nearly perfect. Number 2, Top Gun Maverick. This film manages to improve on the original and delivers a wildly entertaining sequel that reaches for the stars, but never ever lose sight of its track. I think that this was brilliant. But coming in at number 1 for me, my favourite film of 2022 is Pearl. This is a legitimately disturbing and terrifying film that's intensity, it just goes through the roof at points. Pearl is a horrifying yet compelling horror movie with Mia Goth giving, in my opinion, the best performance of the year and one of the best and most terrifying endings that I have ever seen. I loved everything about Pearl, and like Toni Collette in Hereditary, Mia Goth is added to the list of horror characters, well, horror actresses I should say, that have been fucking snubbed by the Academy in favour of Everything Everywhere All at Once or some shit like that. I think it was that won it. Fucking bullshit. Anyway, that is my ranking of all the films I saw in 2022. Let me know what you think of the video. Let me know if you agree or disagree with my ranking. Let me know where different things place, and I will see you all later. Bye.